Good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? Hello, how are you this morning? I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's an absolutely amazing wet day in Toronto today. Rain and rain and more rain. So we're not in winter yet. We're in fall. And that is the only season that has a taste of all the other three seasons. It's fall. When it's raining like this, it reminds you of spring. Then it's going to get warmer and then it brings in summer. And it can be really, really warm. And then it gets suddenly very cold. But the magic of autumn is that it reminds you that it is still protecting the forest. That's why it's doing this. Because there's new seedlings coming, so the leaves are going to fall and cover them. They need moisture to keep them. Then the snow packs on them. So fall or autumn is getting the forest ready for us to have new seedlings and plants in the spring. That's why it copies the three other seasons. It's really the most magical of seasons. You see all the colors. But then, what did you say to yourself this morning? To yourself this morning when you woke up, you had to have gone to the washroom and you saw the mirror. Or you just felt yourself. What did the floor feel beneath your feet? What did that feel like? And when you got into the bathroom, did you look at you as a queen, as a special specimen of a human being? I know it's not the favorite time of most of us in the morning. That's when we see all the perfect imperfections in our face. We look for the crinkles and the wrinkles. But I want you to look in the eye beyond the face. Open the eye and say, yes, I am alive, I'm sparkling. Have another chance to smile today. Yes, I can. You have to do this every day to keep the system going. You must pull it in. You have to. That's your insurance policy. That is the thing that makes you know I have touched it. I know I am here. I am special. I was uniquely created to be magnificent and smile and go, here you are, great rising queen, Tessa-Marie. Somebody gave me that name and I intend to use it. Because that is, if somebody gave us a bad name, called us a nasty name, ugly or this or that, we would carry it with us. So why not carry the good names? If somebody says to you, good morning, beautiful, or they call you, you're stunning, think of those words and refer to yourself as that. Find that one little amazing thing that is so tiny that you can see that is beautiful about you and blow it up. Like we must remember, the oak tree comes from a tiny acorn, and look at how big and grand it stands. So do the same to you. When you get a little hopeful thing in someone say, you're stunning, you're beautiful, you're engaging, use it and feel it and hold it. Or someone says, I love your smile, then use it. I love your accent, then be proud of it. Whatever it is that you get a compliment of, hold it and use it, because that is what is going to grow. The tiny seed that is sown within you is the one that's going to grow. So let's get this going and look at yourself really well. Now, today is day 25 of 31 days of gratitude. Sometimes when we start a journey, we never see the end coming up. We are on this journey whole and entire, meaning our senses, our mind, our taste buds is working on this journey. Close your eyes for 1 second and remember the first day you started on this gratitude journey of October 1st. Did you think you would be feeling as you do today? Did you have an inclination that gratitude would make you feel 10 pounds lighter? That gratitude would make you feel like you're being hugged? That gratitude would make you feel that there's an inner peace inside of you? That's the magic of gratitude. That is why the elders always taught us to be grateful. They say, like in Creole, they say, bon Dieu punit un ingrat. God punishes an ungrateful person, but he doesn't. We punish ourselves. They say that because that's how they feel. The ungrateful person does not prosper. So in the old days, that's how they interpreted that. But it's not what it is. It's we choosing not to embrace gratitude and to be grateful for the tiny, tiny seed of the acorn that gives you the grand oak. Or the tiny little bud that gives you the weeping willow. You have seen those graceful trees in the wind. or that amazing, amazing pine tree that is so tall that you can't see the top. They didn't come from just boom. They started with a tiny root. So gratitude has tiny little things to be grateful for. And some of them, we take them for granted because they're so tiny. We look at them and we say, oh my goodness, we are so, look at what's coming to us. And we look, oh, we just see the little thing that I can stand up. You don't take it and realize those legs have been going around you and doing what you ask it to do for so long. That's the thing. So we need to say to those legs, I'm so grateful you stood up with me this morning. And then take your time to absorb that gratitude. I am so grateful you did this with me today. I'm so grateful, fingers, you were able to press the button and go to the Tessa-Marie morning blessing. Grateful that you turn on the kettle. Simple actions need gratitude. Because it took something from your brain to your heart, to your thought, to your fingers to touch that button. They all need, you need to feel it. Gratitude is not something that is outside of you. Gratitude has its roots in you. Gratitude is deep. And when you're grateful, you have to feel it. You must go searching for the reasons and the purposes to be grateful. But those few days left, those since the 20th of the month, we have been talking about gratitude for the things we desire in our life. So today you should have your gratitude journal and be grateful for the thought you had to create the life you're trying to create for yourself, the opportunities you're looking for to give yourself. I am grateful I get to come here every morning to do this. I am grateful to go beyond where we are right now. I'm grateful I get to one day touch the hearts of a lot more people than just my friends and family. You guys that come every day, even if you come just for a pip and then you leave, I see you, I hear you, I feel your energy when you press the button. Some of you have something to say and I look forward to this. I look forward to those of you that say something, that push the button. So I get to be there with you and you get to come. That's something to be grateful for. You get to think, you get to have a gratitude journal. And I always say your gratitude journal must be special. There are two journals you must have. Your gratitude journal and your goals journal. Your journal of your desires, your dream. You must have two separate journals. You don't have to buy a $100 journal. Go to the dollar store and feel the energy of that book. Fall in love with the bright color, the dull color. Whatever you choose, make it yours. Hold the book. The people in the store might ask you to put it down, but hold it, feel it, touch it, and buy the one that you like. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. A dollar store book is still a book, but the energy has to come from you to the book, and the book will reciprocate. The energy, it has energy. So you write your gratitude in there, and you start with a simple thing. I'm grateful I was able to spend $2 on a gratitude journal. I'm grateful I found a blue pen. I'm grateful I'm writing in my journal. No, in a blue pen. Because maybe we just picked up any old pen to write. But no, we have a specific color. So I am so grateful I get to write in my gratitude journal with a blue pen. I'm so grateful I bought that book at the dollar store. Or I bought it at the most expensive store. It does not matter. The point is to do it. Just do your gratitude journal. Somebody said to me last week, they write one thing in their gratitude every day. That is good. That is very, very good. But you can write 2. You can write 3. You can find 5 things. A child, a lover, a friend, somebody who knows you're alive, who takes the time. I have a neighbor across the street. She sent me a text because she hadn't seen I hadn't pulled up the window. I hadn't opened up the blinds. And she said to me, are you okay? Your blinds are not open today. Wow. Wow. Isn't that amazing? And I said to her, I was just running around and I forgot. I was not upstairs and I just forgot. And she said to me, well, you better make sure it's open. And I said, yes, I will. And she said it again. I get to have neighbors like this. I am grateful for Karen and Michael. This is the husband and wife across the street. So I'm so grateful. So we have these things. What is you grateful for? The neighbor that said hi. Did the neighbor say, are you okay? Are you fine? Is your mother okay? Has COVID destroyed? You know, people who ask you, be grateful for them. Write it down. The more gratitude we put in this book, the more things we will get to be grateful for. The more things we will get to be grateful for. That is what you have to remember. And the thing is, we are being grateful for the desires, the goals, the dreams we have that hasn't come. But be grateful. And you can say, I'm happy and grateful I get to dream. I'm happy and grateful I get to have a desire. I'm happy and grateful I want more from my life. I'm happy and grateful I want to impact more souls in my life. Can you imagine that? Then what would the person, ask yourself that question, what would the person that has all the things you desire, all your wants, your dreams, all of it, be doing today? And do it. What would that person that you don't know anybody, but if that person existed and you created that person and you gave them a name, and if that human being stood in front of you and that person has everything, the life you want, the desires, the goals, the dreams, the things you want to do, that person has it. Ask them, what would you do today? What would you do right now? They have everything. So ask that question because you are that person. You are that person. Ask yourself the question. You have a list of dreams and goals and desires. You've made them. You write them 3 times a day in a blowing pen in your book. Morning, noon, and night. It's like you're getting penicillin or whatever those drugs are. You have to take 3 times a day. Right? So you're doing it. So ask that person, you know, what would you do what would you do now that you have everything? What would you be doing right now? You have everything you desire. What would you be doing? Ask that question of self. Stand in the mirror and look at yourself. Open your eye. Do not be afraid to look at your eye. That is the heart of your soul. That is who you're talking for. One of my friends said, Tessa-Marie, you're asking me to do this. I can't. I said, why? She said, I cannot look at my eye. I cannot see the depth of it. Practice. Practice and practice and practice. Look at it and see yourself in there and say, okay, you have everything, Tessa-Marie. You've got everything you want, you know, Joan. You have everything you want, Pavali. You have everything you desire, Loretta. You have everything you desire, Jenny. And so there you are. There you are. So what is your next step? You have it all. What are you going to do? Everything you have written down in your book has come to pass. And there you are. What are you going to ask to do today? So that is how you have to get these goals that are outside of you and bring them to you. Those desires you dream. But you need to taste the journey. Look at the 1st of October. Try to remember the flavors we went through. The first 10 days, right? We were grateful for what you could see. Tangible assets, opportunities and people in our life. That's what we did for 10 days. I'm grateful I have hands that work. We did that in the second group of 10 days. 11 to the 20th, we concentrated entirely on our abilities and our capabilities. And we were grateful to self for being able to help a neighbor, to say hello to a neighbor, to do something, use tools, heart that beat, lungs that breathe, feet that move, fingers that grasp, mind that create, tongue that speaks, powerful and empowering words, impeccable speech. We had 10 days of gratitude for this. And we were constantly patting ourselves on our shoulder. And now we've come into the end, the stretch of October, the last 6 days of October. We started on the 21st to the 31st. And there we are. There we are. Being grateful for those things that are out of our reach. Those things we get to work on. Those things we get to put action on. A goal, a desire, you have steps to take. So you have to say, I'm happy and grateful I get to take this. I get to take this action towards my goal of becoming this, of doing this, of owning this, of being debt-free, of having a husband or wife, having a significant other, of having children. I get to take a step towards that desire of mine that is tugging at my heart. When your heart is pulling, that is when the desire has to come. So keep working on it, keep pushing it, keep asking it to wake up. And when you receive a desire, when you accomplish a goal towards that desire, when you're taking an action step towards that desire, then put it in your book of proofs. Your journal, your goals book, the book of desire should have 2 sections. This is the goal, my book of proof. This is mine. So you have your goals on one side, and the other half is the proof that yes, it is working for you. The proof that you're seeing results, small ones. Then one day, boom, bam, before you look at it, the big, audacious one will be here too. In that book you write, today I observe the proof that the law of attraction and gratitude is working to me. The action I took to call somebody or do something or request help or whatever is working. I got the answer I was seeking. I know where to turn now. That is what you put in here. You must admit and you must say the proof you have that what you're requesting is on its way. I am happy and grateful. But you have to say, today I observe the proof. That you have the proof that the law of attraction and gratitude is bringing you the things you desire by an action you took. Maybe you took your time and you flipped through and you got a meditation you needed. You listened to a podcast that gave you an idea. You pick up a book and one sentence resonated with you. Say it, write it down, acknowledge it. Our job, if COVID has brought us anything, it gave us time to go inside. It gave us time because we were in lockdown or lockup or whatever we can call it. That we spend more time in the house than we spend more time on the street or at work. So take a break. I had a lady who came to see me yesterday. Yesterday, this lady dropped in to see me. Simple procedure. But we had a 45-minute conversation. And I just said to her, how are you? Because that was the greeting as I met her. How are you doing? Didn't know her. First time I've met her. And she said to me, well, something about diabetes. And it triggered me. She said, well, if the doctor says I am diabetic or something like that. And then, of course, you would recognize what she's saying. And she talked about it, and we talked about the children. And then she said, and then I said to her, well, what are you doing? And stuff like that. And she told me she would eat 2 gigantic bars of chocolate every night. And now she stopped it. So she's hoping the result of her blood sugar is better. I am just hoping, and I encourage, I said, go for a walk instead. I said, get up every hour and do a 10-minute walk around the house. Breathe. Think of yourself. Drink more water. I did, we have to start somewhere. And I was so happy and grateful I got to talk to her. And I hope she did one little thing that would help her. Because she's only 63 years old. She doesn't need to start that. And the doctor told her that too. So we have to realize when we get an opportunity to educate another person or to tell them, hey, just start drinking more water. Eat less of that. Just, you go for a walk. I couldn't tell her to stop the chocolate. I do not know what addictions are. I have never had them. But I have seen people with them. And I understand the pain and they go to when they can't. One of my friends told me when she sees chocolate, she sees stars. I don't understand it. So I could just say to her, well, I didn't even touch the chocolate because I figured, I cannot do that. I can imagine how many people must have told her to go there. I said, get up and walk. Drink more water. Go for a walk. Then she told me her leg hurts. And I said, go for a walk. And see what you can do. Drink water. That's all I know. Water will flush you out, will cleanse you. And then go back to your doctor. And really try to love yourself. You're worthy, And you have dreams, you have goals. You want to retire healthy. You want to retire with money. These are your desires. And these are things that you have. It's no point, all you want to do is make a ton of money and you do not have the health to carry it through, to see what you can do with it. You need to keep your 5 pillars of prosperity going. I know these are my babies. Your emotional health has to be good. That's why I ask you to talk to yourself in the morning and see the great and beautiful and amazing, uniquely created human being you are. Then your mental health, learn something new each day. Learn one word in another language today. Pronounce it. Spend some time and crack that brain. Make it do something it hasn't done for a while. Keep it healthy. Your ability to recall what you have learned and to apply it appropriately is what your mental ability is. I'm not talking about the madness. I am just talking of keeping that brain of ours healthy. Do something to stimulate it. Eat something to help it. Drink something to help it. Then your physical health. What are we doing? It's raining today. I cannot go out for a walk in all this rain. So I'm going to put my running shoes, because I wear a specific running shoes in the house. And I'm going to walk up and down the stairs, put a podcast on, listen to the podcast, and do a 35-minute going through the house, up and down stairs and in and down. So I'm going through the dales and the valleys. I need to keep physically fit. I need to watch what I eat. I need to drink lots of water. I need to keep myself like that. That is what, if I do not drink water, I get drowsy, like I'm going to sleep. And I know I'm not tired. And I know my body's saying you're thirsty. By the time we feel thirst, we are already dehydrated. So these are the 5 pillars. Then your spiritual connection. Who did you connect with this morning? Somebody's feet on the internet, somebody's Facebook page where they're showing their bum or their hand or their this. What did you connect with this morning? Who did you connect with this morning? Is it the universe? Is it your God? Or did you go to your cell phone first? Who? So your spiritual connection needs to be intact. Go inside, spend 5 minutes, and even if all you say is, God, forgive me my sins. If all you say is, God, help me. If all you say is, please, God, show me what I can change and what can I cannot change. Please, God, bless me. Even if it's just that, thank you for my feet has touched the ground and I can feel that floor beneath my feet. Thank you. A connection with something. I don't care, because there was a time we worshipped the moon, the stars, the cows, the goats. I do not know. We worship everything. We humans are constantly seeking for truth. So one time we worshiped the sun, then we figured the moon was better. And now we have God and we have angels and saints and whatever. And we have the universe, the whole entire universe. So make a connection somewhere. And then please do not be afraid of your financial money, success. What you have is already there. Praise the Lord. Bless your money. Make it grow. It's there. It gives you a comfort. It allows you, like Chris Rock said, to have choices, to be able to buy what you want, shop where you want, eat what you like. Bless it. Do not be afraid, and because you have it, you think you're going to go to hell. Did God send Solomon to hell? And look at what he gave him. So come on, people, enjoy your 5 pillars of prosperity. Your financial health. You have a 401k. Thank God I have my phone. Bless the 401k. Bless the numbers so that it grows. You have an RRSP. Bless it so that it grows. You're saving to buy a house. Bless it and say, oh, thank God I have $5,000 towards my down payment of my house. Bless it and love it and say thank you. When you're paying somebody, when you're writing a check, when you go online to pay a bill, bless that money. I bless you to pay this, to use you to pay this supplier of my electricity, of my heat, of my whatever. When the man comes to collect the money for shoveling the snow, as I'm giving it to him, I'm saying, money, I bless you, and may you bless him. Do not be afraid of those things. You do know for sure you cannot eat without money. Why are we ducking under it and saying the Bible says? The Bible says what? It never says to you wouldn't get wealth. And I do. Heaven is in the consciousness of what you do. What you do. We do not know where it is. But we know we are here now. And we need to stay in the moment and enjoy the moment and all what that is in it. They tell you joy comes in the morning. You have another day. Right now, this morning, what have you decided to do with this day in front of you? Joy comes in the morning. Joy knocks on the door in the morning. It was a brand new morning when I woke up at 5. It is not the same morning now. The energy, the smell of the earth is different than yesterday. It's different than 3 hours ago. So this is what I'm saying. Take the day, enjoy the day. Apply what you have right now and stay in the moment. Concentrate and work, take action towards your future goal and your future expectation, desires, love, whatever you see. So your gratitude is important. Make sure you have written some things you're grateful for today. Make sure you spend time to put your foot up for 5 minutes and be grateful that you can put your foot up for 5 minutes and you can say, I'm happy and grateful I get to sit for a minute and write in my gratitude journal, because you get to do it. I am happy and grateful I can sit and I get to have breakfast. I'm happy and grateful I get to have this cup of hot water and lemon or tea and whatever you sit, you're doing. You get to do it. That's unique. So be happy and grateful you get that opportunity. Do not waste those moments in time. Do not waste that. Happiness is a moment in time. It goes away. So is the disasters. They are moments in time. They must move because time moves. They do not stay. If something bad happens, it has a progression. It does not stay the same. When something good happens, it does not stay the same. That's why you have to enjoy it as it's happening, or you have to work on it as it's happening. It does not stay the same. You have to work on you every day. Every day I have to find something new to work on. Every day I get to learn, from the smallest to the oldest. I get to learn. I get to learn every day. And that is one of the things we have to realize. There is an opportunity to learn. A disaster, a challenge, something that hits you in the face in the morning, that is something you have to look and you have to attack it. It's in your way. You have to talk it down to nothing. You have to say, I am bigger. The God inside of me is stronger. God has my back. I can manage this opportunity that is not looking like it's good for me right now. And then you can ask it, what is your purpose for being in my life? Why are you in my life right now? So those, do not stay in the struggle. Question the struggle. What are you looking for from me? What do you want me to learn from this time? This situation, what am I learning from it? I call them very good, bad examples. Sometimes it's a horrible thing, but out of it you will know, you know what, Tessa-Marie? Don't go there. Never do this. And that's what you have to say to the struggle or the challenge. And a struggle, wasn't there a man in the Bible that struggled with an angel until he struggled, until the angel let him go to heaven or wherever he was going? I'm not too sure of that part of the scripture, but I know it exists. He struggled all night. Norman Vincent Peale had to make a decision, California or New York. He struggled all night until he got the answer. As he said in the book, California is warm. I wanted to go there. But I had to make a decision between two. And then I said I was not getting off my knees until you tell me what to do. And God said to him, New York. And he said, New York, with all the cold and snow. And that's where he stayed. And we know the rest is history. So we have to question those things and say, what it is you want from me. And if it doesn't go, why are you standing in my way? I need, what I desire is behind you. So can you shift? Can you melt? Can you disappear? And that's how you have to realize it. You cannot, that's why I say when we pray, we have a habit of running away. We go to God like we're pressing a button on an ATM machine. That is, God is not an ATM machine. The universe is not an ATM machine. Press and I will deliver right away because you said so. Not like that. When you come to the bank to get a loan from me, or you go to the doctor to get a blood test, or you go to get an x-ray, You go, you do the blood test, you get the x-ray done, and then you come to the bank, you apply for the loan, and you go home and you wait for all three of the answers. You sit and you wait. But when you go to God, you get up and you run out of there so fast you think wild dogs were after you. And next morning you show up again. You didn't hear me. It didn't come. I'm back here. You didn't hear me. That's what we're doing to God. We don't have to wait and answer and believe and have faith. You only have to say it with all what you have in you once. And at the same time, you have to say, yes, I believe, I know I will. I don't know when, but I'm sure you will answer me. I'm going to bank on that. You will not leave me down. You have to feel that way, because this is the same attitude you take with the doctor, with the x-ray technician that sends a report to the doctor. It takes days, doesn't it? You go to the doctor's office and you're waiting. You sit there for hours, don't you? But we want God, we go down with it and say, hear me, here I am. You give me, and you take off like a wild animal. You didn't even wait for the flipping answer. You didn't sit down in stillness and quiet to hear the little action you could take to get it. Because in stillness and silence, you will get a little nudge and he'll say, okay, today I want you to only eat fish. Silly. Well, you better eat fish. If when you pray and you sit there and you're quiet and something says to you, today you should have an apple, then you better find that bloody apple. Because you are seeking for answers, and answers come in mysterious ways. You go to the store to get the apple and you're looking for a significant other, you put your hand on the apple and somebody else put their hand on the hello, how are you? And all of a sudden you have a relationship. So when you pray, listen to the small tiny actions and follow them. So sending you light and joy on your 25th day of gratitude. I hope you have a wonderful day. Can I just see what you guys have to say? Let me see what you're saying today. So hello, good morning everybody. Hello, hi, how are you? The happiness, Angelina. And thank you, Angelina, Loretta, Lynn Burns, Jan, Janine, for Aunt Pavali. Zim, you're ready to talk biz always. Okay, Williams. Nata, how are you this morning? Kuram, William, God bless you. Jesus loves you. I know, eh? He loves us all. Hi, Valerie, good morning. Slick Bailey. Rita, bonjour. Rochelle, bonjour. Grand rising morning, thank you. A great advice, Tessa, thank you. Thank you. I look fabulous, thank you. I love that. Such a wise with Tessa-Marie and I will begin walking with my husband this morning at 5:15. We're making this a new good habit. It's the best thing you can do. Hi, Kimberly, how are you this morning? Hi, thank you for do you guys like my name, Grand Rising Queen Tessa? Ah, what a name. Thank you for an amazing, and thank you guys for everybody joining us today. It's an amazing day. So I will be working, and if somebody needs a live and they call me, and if I see you guys doing a live, I'll drop in. You know the thing, I always drop in. Because I know it takes one to support one. We need to support each other. So if you're ever lost, and you want to do a live, and you're going, and you had a guest who cannot come because of circumstances, or you're feeling a little bit muddled, but you have a need to do an IG live, but you're feeling muddled, and what should I talk about? And I don't want to do it alone. Just send me a DM, and we will do something together, even if it's 15 minutes together. That's what you must remember. There's always going to be this one person that will help you. Believe that, trust that, because you see, what you ask is what you will receive. So if you're going to do a live and you're feeling, because people are telling me, well, I'm not sure of doing this, and maybe nobody will. It doesn't matter who watches. Have you noticed when you do a live who's watching you? Yourself. So when you get up to do it, at least there's one other soul here besides you, and that other soul is you. That is the one that has all what you desire in its hand. And if you stand there, you see. So if nobody, I have come to do a live, and I'm doing the live, and there's 15 minutes and nobody, and I put fire out there, and I say, I am here. I get to do this. I'm going to keep doing this. So you have a problem, you have a choice, because you can call me, you can call somebody else, say, hey, I'm stuck. And you come on, send me a DM, and I'll say, sure. So it's always up to you. The choice is yours to seek help. If the thought comes to you, take action on the thought. You do not know where it will lead. Can you trust me on that? That's all I want you to do. Trust me on that. You take action on a thought. If you're going to do something and you say, oh, maybe I should drink some water first, or maybe I should call Tessa-Marie, and just ask her a question. Ask a question. My email address is here. It's always there. It's a choice you have. So if you're feeling tired, locked down, stuck, and you do not know where to go, reach out. I will reach back right to you. I promise you that. So sending you light and joy. Have an absolutely amazing day. Talk to you guys later. Have a joyful day. Remember to stay in the moment. Each moment comes with its own happiness. Take care, guys. Bye. So what did you have to say? Yeah, hello, my sweet Kimberly. It's an advice. I am happy for each of you. So have fun, everybody.